classes of fire. So we have got 6 classes of fire, and these classes are class A, that is solids. Solids can be wood, paper, textile, etc. We have class B, and this is flammable liquids like oil, petrol, paint, etc. We have class C, that is flammable gases like e.g. butane, methane, acetylene, etc. We have class D, metals, e.g. magnesium, sodium, etc. etc. We have class E, this is flammable liquids like fats, solvents, etc. And we have class F, this is kitchen products like maybe cooking oil. So types of extinguishers. So it's extremely important to understand that not all fires can be extinguished by the same kind of extinguishing medium. It will be dangerous to use water on a liquid fire, as the burning fluid will only spread on the surface of the water. It will also be hazardous to use water on electric fires, as water is a conductor of electricity. So this is tabulated as shown on the wall. The types of the kind of extinguishers that we use in extinguishing a fire, and it's tabulated in class, color, and a particular type of fire. So you can check the table. So the first column is type of medium, the second one is most suited, the third one is class, and the other one is color. So you see water. So water can be used to put out fires, maybe in solids. That is class A. So solids here, like we mentioned, anything that is solid that is burning, you can use water to put the fire off. So the class is A, and the color of the that denotes the content of the fire extinguisher is brown. It has a band of brown. So we have the second one is carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and this is this is a medium used to extinguish fires caused by maybe liquids and electrical. This class B and E, and the band on such kind of an extinguisher is black. So when you see black, denotes the content of that fire extinguisher. We have foam. This is used to put out fires by solids and liquids. That is class A and B. And the band used to denote the content of the fire extinguisher is a cream. We have powder, used to put out fires by solids, liquids, and gases. That is A, B, and C. And the band used to denote the content of that extinguisher is gray. So we have wet chemical, that is kitchen oil, the class is F, and the band used to denote the content of the fire extinguisher is yellow. So you need to note that current legislation requires that all fire extinguishers are colored red, but with a block or a band of color denoting the type. Remember, some kinds of materials such as plastics and certain chemicals give off highly toxic fumes when ignited. Under these circumstances, in order to minimize the danger to the fighter, special breathing apparatus would be needed. Let's look at how to use fire extinguisher. Precisely handheld fire extinguisher. So even though extinguishers come in a number of shapes and sizes, how to use fire extinguisher? That is a handheld fire extinguisher. Even though extinguishers come in a number of shapes and sizes, they all operate in a similar manner. Here is an acronym for fire extinguisher use. So the acronym is PASS, P-A-S-S. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Pull. So pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher that keeps the handle from being accidentally pressed. Aim the nozzle toward the base of the fire Squeeze the handle to discharge the extinguisher while standing approximately 8 feet away from the fire. If you release the handle, the discharge will stop. Sweep the nozzle back and forth at the base of the fire. After the fire appears to be cut, watch it carefully since it may reignite. So you know the acronym on how to use the handheld fire extinguisher. That is PASS. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. Okay? So let's look at what is called another small topic here, another subtopic here. It's called safe working practices. Work must be carried in a safe manner, and the following factor can be considered when developing safe working practices. 1. Control of risk while working. 2. Control of test areas. 3. Use of suitable tools and clothing. 4. Use of suitable insulated barriers. 5. Adequate information. 6. Adequate accompaniment. And 7. Adequate space, access, and lighting. You need to note that people at work must prevent danger and injury, have adequate training, skill, and experience, and have adequate supervision when appropriate. Employer's obligation. Under the health and safety at work regulations, the employer must assess manual handling risks. 2. Take measures where possible to avoid manual handling. 3. Provide manual handling training. 4. Carry out risk assessment where manual handling is unavoidable. 5. Provide the employee with precise information about the load. Number 6. Provide a reasonable safe place of work. Number 7. Provide a reasonable safe plant and equipment. And number 8. Provide a reasonable safe systems of work. Let's look at the employee's duty. You as an employee you also have a duty. So number 1, take reasonable care for his safety and welfare and that of others in the workplace. Number 2, use any equipment, protective clothing, or other means provided by the employer for securing the safety and welfare in the workplace. Number 3, report to his or her employer any problems and defects which might endanger health and safety. And lastly, not intentional or reckless interference or misuse of any equipment. Let's look at a pregnant employee. Risk due to manual work must be assessed for pregnant employees and who have recently been given birth. Number 2, health and safety leave must be given if the maternity employee can't be protected from the risk identified. Number 3, certification of risk by employers for social welfare purposes. Note, the safety provision of any electrical installation is to prevent electric shock and to prevent occurrence of fires due to electric cause. Special requirements. Where corrosive liquids are handled, e.g. in an let's look at special requirements. Where corrosive liquids are handled, e.g. by an electrician, and maintaining batteries, the wearing of extra protective clothing is required, such as rubber aprons, rubber glasses, etc., to prevent skin and clothing against burns. In these installations, good ventilation is necessary to reduce the buildup of inflammable and dangerous chemical vapor. Where part of the body are subjected to continuous pressure, such as when kneeling, pads may be strapped on to prevent discomfort. Thank you.